What's up guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And today is a leg day, which I haven't shown on this channel for a long while, so it is due time to show you a good old classic leg day. And this is a quad focused leg day, so we'll be doing a lot of exercises focusing on the front of the legs. Legs have always been a weak point of mine, so I really want to work them and do a lot of good exercises to make them grow. So we just started out with some leg extensions, getting the knees warm, doing 12 to 15 reps, really getting the blood flowing, getting already kind of a pump in the quads. And now we are doing a narrow leg press. So your feet are narrow on the plateau or the pad of the leg press. What this does is this shifts the tension from the overall tension of the quads more to the outside of the quads. And this means that the sweep of the quads will be targeted and it will be enhanced if you are consistent with doing exercises like this. And that is exactly what I want to work on. My teardrop, which is the inner side of my quad, is a stronger point compared to the outer side, so that's why I'm doing exercises like this to emphasize it. And I'm doing a little more volume with legs than usual. I used to do 8 to 12 reps, 8 to 10 reps, and now I'm doing 12 to 15 reps on the leg press, but I'm still going heavy. And I'm doing this because honestly, once I hit 10 reps, beyond that, that's when I feel the true lactic acid forming. That's when I feel the true muscle pain during the exercise. Usually when you're going heavy and doing legs, for example doing heavy back squats, when you're doing heavy reps, 6 to 10 reps, heavy, all you can really feel, at least in my experience, you feel your entire body just fatiguing. At the end, you really need 2 to 3 minutes of rest in between sets because you're simply tired. What if you go 15 reps with a lighter weight? Then your legs will fill up with a lot more blood. You will be able to focus more on the legs, on the contraction of the muscles, and you will fatigue the legs faster, and you will be able to do squats more intensively, meaning less rest between the sets. And that is what I figured out for myself, so that's why I'm doing, even if it's just 2 reps more, doing 2 reps more on every single set and focusing on that amount really makes a difference in how the legs feel. And now we are doing the front squats, and I'm actually standing on 2 10-kilogram plates with my heels to elevate myself so my back stays completely straight and I'm able to drop down below parallel. But the front squats is just one of the best exercises that you can do for the quads. Of course, you got the hack squats, you got the leg presses, you got the regular squats, but the hack squats, it's something different. I haven't done this probably in at least 6 months, and this is the first time that I'm consistently going to try to do them with a heavy weight and serious mind. Because in the past, and we've all been there, when an exercise just feels difficult to perform, you give up a lot easier. But this time, no, I'm not going to give up. So I've actually not recorded every single set of this because I didn't figure I would go very heavy, but in the end I still went to about 120 kilos, which for me was pretty heavy as a third compound exercise or a second compound exercise. It felt very heavy, but I was still able to do it. But the most difficult part is keeping the bar on your shoulders. So if you do this exercise, you really want to look at your form, at your posture, and it will strengthen your core a lot, but you will feel those legs for sure. And then it is time for the duck hack squats, or a hack squat with a duck stance, depending on how you want to call it. The difference between this and a regular hack squat is that you again focus on the outside of your quads, because your feet are very close together and in a duck position, so positioning your toes outwards. Just like Tom Platz actually did in the past, you will target different parts of your quads, and you can't actually do as much weight as usual, but the stretch is stronger and you will simply feel the outside of your quad contracting a lot harder. What you will also feel is the inside of your legs, your adductors, because you are basically stretching those muscles as well as you spread your legs when you're going down. That means you're going to feel the next day your adductors and the outside of your quads very well. And I have to say, I did this workout on a Monday and it is Friday now, and my legs are still full of muscle ache. And that is what I want to feel. That means I did something completely different, something to shock the muscle. Because that is simply what you have to do from time to time to really do something different. But not something weird, but actually picking the basic exercises that you usually do not do and then do them with all your might. And you will then feel the difference, and you will break your plateaus on other exercises and you will grow. Trust me. So now that we hit all those compounds for the quads, it is time for some focus on the hamstrings, because I want to work those hamstrings as well. They are a weak point and I don't want to neglect them now that I've already kind of worked them through the other exercises. I told you it were compound exercises, which means you're using multiple muscles to move the weight. So not only the quads are working, but also the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, etc. So the hamstrings are already warmed up, so now you will finish them off with an isolation exercise like the seated leg curls. And if you look closely, you can see that I'm doing the reps a little differently. When I'm squeezing, I'm actually holding the weight there and doing a very small rep right at that point. That's really causing the momentum to go away and the contraction to be twice as strong. Trust me, try it out. And then it is time for the seated calf raise. The seated calf raise is very good for developing full calves if you do them right. I want you to look very closely at how I'm doing this exercise. A lot of people who don't have very good calves always complain about how they're not able to grow their calves. But when I see them work their calves in the gym, the way they are doing the exercise is really different from how I have always done it. And the only real difference that I see is the full range of motion that they are not applying, and I am. It is not just about the contraction, but also about the stretch. You want your heels to drop down as low as you can when you go down, stretching the calf. And when you're going up, you want to go as high on your toes as you can, contracting the calf. And what I like to do is hold it up for 1 second at least, so you're able to consciously contract those calves and be conscious of those muscles right there. If you don't do that, you will just move the weight and use so much momentum that you can basically do twice as heavy with twice as little results. And that is not what you want. And right here I'm showing you how to shock the calf muscle. If you're already used to doing a lot of heavy exercises with your calves, you can do a heavy set until failure and then do a drop set. A drop set with calves really burns them up, and what I don't want you to forget is to keep applying the full range of motion. When I see people doing drop sets, and what people have in their minds when I say drop set, they think that you should do a lot of reps very fast because you still have a lot of reps to go. But no, your reps should still be relatively slow. As you can see, I'm still holding the weight at the top. Even though my calves are really burning right now, you still want to control the weight and make those calves suffer if you want to make them grow. So that was the leg workout of today. I have a lot more videos for you guys. I've been quite busy with school, but that is almost over and the summer holiday is closing in. And with that free time, I will give you so many new videos as my competition prep starts. You won't even believe it. But anyway guys, I want to thank you for watching. and don't forget to stay golden.